Now, the Northern Beaches is known for its prestige property, and there is no one, and I tell you absolutely no one, better to tell us about prestige property in the Northern Beaches than Ardi Melikian. Ardi has won award after award after award, year after year. Now, Ardi, I want to know, how do you keep on winning these awards?
I think it's all about my enthusiasm, I think, and energy. I never stop. People call me a bit of a workaholic, but it's all really about the passion. I really love what I do for the people whom I work for, who become now my client family. And as a result of that, they just keep coming back and giving me more and more work, which keeps the wheel rolling.
What's been happening in the market lately?
How about we hop in the car and I'll show you.
Okay.
I've been asked the question of why prices are climbing here in the beaches for the whole 14 years actually that I've been working here. The trend is an upward trend. What happens generally when you look at the graph, it goes up, it might plateau for a little while and then up it goes again, and it plateaus for a while, up it goes again. I think it's to do with where we live, the Northern Beaches. It's very, very special.
Well, everyone knows Ardi. Everyone knows Ardi. Ardi's she's just a bit of a legend on the Northern Beaches. She is professional.
I first encountered Ardi when I was out looking for property myself, and I was so impressed with the way she operated.
The Collaroy Basin sets a price trend for the area, and it's moving forward now, and it actually drags the rest of the market up with it, being the Collaroy Valley, the Collaroy Plateau, etc. All of 2097 postcode, in fact.
She was on the phone whenever I needed her. Then when we finally put it on the market, she had it sold within 3 weeks.
So we thought, we've got a very narrow market here. Ardi had that gone in about 2 weeks.
So here in the basin, the beachfronts have taken a big jump. They've gone up. Before they used to sell at 3.5, now they're at 6, average 6 million. Who's buying them? Again, local Northern Beaches people, you know, from down at Seaforth, Mosman, they're coming back towards here. The Collaroy is, as you know, the centre of the coast, so it's very, very convenient. Little spot to be, and they get lots of value for money. And I think they found that out this last year, and it's pushed the prices up.
That was 4 days ago. We put it on the market, and we signed the contracts this morning.
The minute you say to Ardi, I want to sell a property, automatically she'll say, I have half a dozen people at least that would be interested, and she means it.
No ads in the Manly Daily, no signboards. This was just through Ardi's contacts and her knowledge of potential buyers. She knew the right people to get in.
It's a modest home, as you can see, and it has a view across to the north coastline. And we had 23 people negotiating for this home. We could have sold it on day one, but we didn't. We just went on and on. We'd kept the bids alive and well, and negotiated them up. Emails were flying, telephone calls, got the price up to 250 above what we were hoping. The owner was absolutely delighted, and that was it. We closed it at $1,055,000.
It was a most satisfactory experience because it wasn't what I was expecting in terms of an experience with a real estate agent. There was nothing negative about it. She was very supportive.
She's straight. I mean, she'll just tell them as it is. And that's the nice thing about Ardi. She'll tell you as it is.
This is a house here that we sold for $2.25. It's like a resort at the back. It's got the views, pool, cabana, and everything. It's just a stunning home, this one. And it broke a record for Edgecliff Boulevard for a home with that style of view. But $2.25 it was when we sold. Now all along here, since then, even the smallest, most modest homes along here with a big view are now selling close to $2 million just land value. That's only, again, in the last month or two.
Ardi's always got me the price that she said that she would get me.
She's been highly successful for us. She's very intuitive and very professional. And I also think Ardi's quite a spiritual person, which brings an inherent honesty, and we really like that.
Houses here are selling so fast. That signboard, you know, oh my gosh. They're just going up and gone. I don't know what's happening. Everybody wants to buy a house up here.
I had my cousins round for lunch yesterday, and they all just went, oh, why didn't I find this house when I was looking for one? I said, well, you didn't have the right agent, obviously.
So unlike a lot of other people, Ardi's good.
Ardi, you're a legend.
I first encountered Ardi when I was out looking for property myself, and I was so impressed with the way she operated. She was on the phone whenever I needed her. Then when we finally put it on the market, she had it sold within 3 weeks. It was the most satisfactory experience because it wasn't what I was expecting in terms of an experience with a real estate agent. There was nothing negative about it. She was very supportive, and just by chance I happened upon another property that she had for sale, and I ended up buying that. So it was an Ardi experience through and through, this one. I had my cousins round for lunch yesterday, and they all just went, "Oh, why didn't I find this house when I was looking for one?" And I said, "Well, you didn't have the right agent, obviously."
Well, everyone knows Ardi. Everyone knows Ardi. Ardi's she's just a bit of a legend on the Northern Beaches. She is professional. The thing I like about Ardi, the minute you say, "Hi Ardi," she'll say, "Hi Gab, how you going?" She knows who you are. You don't need to give her any background to it. The minute you say to Ardi, "I want to sell a property," automatically she'll say, "I have half a dozen people at least that would be interested," and she means it. She's straight. I mean, she'll just tell them as it is, and that's the nice thing about Ardi. She'll tell you as it is. Ardi's always got me the price that she said that she'll get me. She'll come in and say, "I think your property's worth this," and they'll pretty much be ballpark for what I'll get. The other nice thing is she'll come in and say, "Okay, to sell your property, Gab, do you mind if we just paint it this particular colour? I recommend we get a gardener in." She'll get the tradesman in. It's done. "Oh, hi Ardi, here's my key, thanks. Give me a call when it's sold." Great, yeah. It was worthwhile to spend the money and follow Ardi's recommendations as to how to improve the appearance of my property prior to selling it, because it certainly reaped the benefits back in terms of my sale price. So unlike a lot of other people, Ardi is good.
We'd renovated this place, we bought it with Ardi's advice, but not from her, about 4 years ago, and it was a rundown shack. We got it to where it is today, and we wanted to upgrade. So I rang Ardi and said, "Come around," and she actually, at one stage, she was completely honest and said, "It's not quite ready, you need to do a couple more things to it." So we did that. That was 4 days ago. We put it on the market, and we signed the contracts this morning. So she'd gone through no ads in the Manly Daily, no signboards. This was just through Ardi's contacts and her knowledge of potential buyers, and the thing's gone. The dollars I won't disclose, but we're very happy with the dollars. I've known Ardi for about 10 years. She sold my first house, which was in Avalon. I did a similar thing there where we bought an old place. It was dark and dank, and we did it up. The only problem was it was hanging off the side of a cliff, and fantastic views, but that's about all. It didn't even have a car parking area. It was so we thought, we've got a very narrow market here. Ardi had that gone in about 2 weeks. We did actually do a marketing campaign on that. The response wasn't strong because of the area, but once again, she knew the right people to get in. So we went from there to a little unit rooftop unit in Narrabeen, and that was, once again, we did a lot of work to that to bring it up to the sort of specifications that we like. She got rid of that. We'd only owned it for a year. We made over $150,000 on the turn, and she had that for 2 weeks probably. Ardi likes to work mainly within a range, and she'll give you a lower range and an upper range, and she agrees that price with you through quite a detailed process, and that conversation may go for an hour or so. So we did that process with Ardi. The price we got for this was smack bang in the middle of that range. It exceeded her expectations that she thought we might get for the house, but it was still within that range. So what that range does is it gives you a bottom line and a top line of reasonable expectation. So there isn't the argy-bargy between real estate agent and vendor, because you already know the range that it's in. So we agreed that anything within that range we were happy with, and that made it fairly stress-free for us. So then you've just got to agree the number with the seller, with the buyer. So she's been highly successful for us. She's very intuitive and very professional, and I also think Ardi's quite a spiritual person, which brings an inherent honesty, and we really like that. Ardi, you're a legend.
You can have the best of everything. The lake, the ocean, the beach, magnificent views in every direction. Picture yourself on a bushwalk by the lake, a Sunday morning stroll to the beach. You can surf, paddle, kayak or swim laps in the pool. Here, every day feels like a holiday. Hi, I'm Ardi Melikian from Elders Collaroy, and I have a very rare gem to show you today. Rarely does a home offer a unique combination of beach, lake and views. With an elevated north aspect, you can enjoy both the winter sun and the summer breezes. The home itself is a modern design, awash with natural light and views from every room. There are 4 bedrooms with built-ins, 2 luxurious bathrooms, polished floorboards and a magnificent kitchen. The living and entertaining area is huge and flows onto the balcony with stunning views. The parents' retreat and the master bedroom are upstairs. From here we can see the sunrises in the morning and the sunsets. This really is a very special place to be. All of this is just a short walk to the lake, park, beach, bush, cafes, restaurants, and public transport to the city. Can you hear that? We've been talking about the beach and the lake, but for me, it's about the tranquility. I'm Ardi Melikian. To organise an inspection for this fine property, please give me a call. Hi, I'm Ardi Melikian from Elders Collaroy. I'm down here at Collaroy Beach, one of the most beautiful and safest beaches in Sydney. The apartment I'm about to show you is just a stone's throw from this beautiful lifestyle. It's a surprisingly spacious apartment with room for a bathtub, internal laundry, separate dining area and a generous balcony. The corridors separate the living and sleeping areas, making it feel more like a home than an apartment. Only moments to Pittwater Road, it is surprisingly quiet and private. There's a fantastic lifestyle here with the beaches, cafes and restaurants. If you'd like to inspect this apartment, just give me a call. I'm Ardi Melikian.